Looking to trade your old bulk for some of the latest Pokemon booster boxes? Well, check ccgcastle.com. The process is very simple. Send in 1400 cards and get a brand new sealed booster box back. We ship boxes worldwide for free once we get your cards. Make sure to check video description or check ccgcastle.com for more informations. Welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video we'll be looking at another budget build in the standard format. So today I'm gonna play with a Blissey featuring Eevolutions, Drampa, Oranguru Artillery. Yeah, pretty much a non-EX and GX deck. So your opponent will need to take 6 prize cards, knocking out 6 of your Pokemons, or pretty much decking you out, or just winning the game if you don't have another Pokemon in play before he even managed to drop all 6 prize cards. On the other side, you have pretty decent chance against a lot of different decks, but overall, playing this deck today, I played 8 games in a total with him. I spent over 4 hours testing and playing this build and managed to only grab 3 victories. So for today's video, I decided to record 2 gameplay battles. I hope you're going to enjoy. So before you even continue watching this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up to help me a little bit, and subscribe to the channel if you already didn't. So yeah, the Blissey is stage 1 Pokemon, so it can also be used with the Eevolutions. On the other side, with the Fresh Egg, you can simply heal 8 damage counters for one of your Pokemons when you play Blissey from your hand. Double Edge can strike for 160, but unfortunately you're going to take 8 damage counters to yourself. So that's the downside of this build, unfortunately. Also, for energy cost, that's also pretty huge. But it's a pretty cool deck, and I like Blissey a lot, especially with that ability. Do you need actually Eevolutions? To be honest, against some decks like Lurantis, against Vileplume with the what's the name of the CGI, and against, let's say, Solgaleo GX, you can definitely win game easily with the Eevolutions. Against some other decks like Darkrai, Yveltal, Giratina, you're probably gonna have 5 cards that you can't use, so it's definitely better maybe to have some other cards like Enhanced Hammer, Trainer's Mails for the better consistency and energy disruption. But overall, it's a 50-50 chance. So against those 3 decks, you can have definitely better advantage, but against some other decks, you can have a huge disadvantage. Anyways, running 4-3 Blissey, 2-1-1-1 line of the Eevolutions, 1 Oranguru for the draw support, same as the 1 copy of the Artillery, and 3 Drampas with the Power Cyclone. Basically, with the Power Cyclone, we can strike for like a 80, move double Core's energy to our benched Drampa or maybe Blissey, and then just going in a circle with that Power Cyclone until we can just simply one-hit knock out something with our Blissey on our opponent bench with the Lysander, for example. It's very unique and very simple deck to play. On the other side, you can also add more damage counters with the Choice Band. So theoretically, with the Choice Band in play and Kukui, Chansey can strike for like 210 without Eevolutions in play. But for example, it's still not enough to go for the one-hit knockout against some other decks in the format. Let's say like 240, 250 GX Pokemon. So that's the reason why some of these Eevolutions might help, some of them might not help. But you can definitely expect that you're not going to probably have Kukui and Choice Band every turn available. And that's the reason why maybe some of these Eevolutions can help to win the game. Also running 2 copies of Field Blower, because you really need to discard tools from your opponent Pokemons in play, especially Fighting Fury Belts and Float Stones, so they can't have a retreat. Of course, you can disrupt their stadiums in play. As you can see, I'm not running a single stadium here. Also, I'm running 4 Ultra Balls and 2 Level Balls for the drops for the Pokemon Surge, as 1 copy of Special Charge and the Brock's Grid, so I can reshuffle back my energies and Pokemons. 4 copies of V-Seekers. Decided to go with 2 Bridgets this time, mainly because if I can start with the Bridget, I can fast set up for turn 2, which is very important, especially with a double Drampa, so we can just simply Power Cyclone between 1 to other Drampa, and we can simply heal some damage counters with the Fresh Egg, and then basically power up those Blisses for the heavy impact. Hex Maniac, always important to have, same as the Lysander. 3 copies of N for the drop support, featuring also 1 Olympia, because all of these Pokemons have very huge retreat cost, 2, 3, or 4. And if we don't have Flowstone, we really need to have something to retreat, so that's the reason why I'm running Olympia. Same as 1 Kukui, 4 Professor Sycamores, 1 copy of Teammates, tool cards, 2 copies of Choice Band, 2 copies of Flowstone, 4 double cores energies, and 2 of each energies, fire, lighting, and water energies. So we can also attack with our Flareon, Jolteon, Vaporeon, but we can also just, you know, attach one of these 3 types to our Eevee and evolve into the one of these 3 types of the evolutions. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, you can also make some changes. If you don't like the evolutions, if you want to have a better consistency, then you can simply remove all of the evolution lines, add of course 4 Drampas, so you can have maybe even better possibility with the Drampa. You can maybe also think about running 2 copies of the Octillery, completely moving on the Oranguru, and basically take some of the Silent Labs. Basically with the Silent Lab, you can simply prevent your opponent from being able to set up properly on the turn 1 with those Pokemons who actually can, allows him to drop some cards and find support on Pokemons like Hoopa, Shaman, and some other Pokemons like the Tapu Lele. And also you can think just about those energy types, because mainly you don't need any more those fire, water, and lighting energies, so you can basically maybe even cut one of these energies, so you can, for example, run only, let's say, 7 energies, and they can be any type of the energies. But for example, if you want to have maybe even better consistency, you can just take fire energies, for example, mainly because with the fire energies, let's say you run 5 fire energies, you can also add something like extra stadium card, which can be, let's say, what's the name of the stadium? Just give me a second. There we go. There's a stadium. Scorched Earth, for example, so you can run maybe even more Scorched Earth, so you can have also maybe better drop consistency. But on the other side, with the evolutions, you can also maybe think about taking those Aqua Patches, because if you have something like the Vaporeon in play, you can always play your Aqua Patches to your Blisses in play, because they can also absorb the Aqua Patch effect of the Vaporeon. So that's pretty much it. I hope you're going to enjoy watching these battles in action. I will definitely try to cover up a little bit more of this deck on the live stream with some other different options, so I hope you're going to subscribe to the channel for more of these videos in the future. If you're looking for any of these cards, of course, you can find them on ccgcastle.com with TCG Center 5 code. You can also get 5% discount on your first purchase, of course. 5% discount, of course. And if you're looking to trade your bulk maybe for one of the latest booster boxes, sealed worldwide available, they will be shipped to you for free. You just need to secure your cards and shipment from your side. You can choose between Evolution, Sun and Moon, Guardian Rising, and also you can pre-order the latest, I think it's Banded Rising or something like that, Sun Moon 3, of course, booster box. So let's do some game tests so you can actually finally see this deck in action, so see you in the game. Alright, so we'll start with the Eevee and with my Remoraid. So, 2 different support Pokemons in my opening hand. Alright, what else we can find here? I'm thinking about Ultra Ball for Drampa, adding that double cores energy to my Drampa. Ooh, interesting deck on the other side. So 1 Field Blower to be discarded for my Drampa. I should maybe go with the double cores energy discardment instead of the Field Blower. But right now it's too late. Too late. 1 more level ball. Is it worth to play it right now? I'm fine for now. I'm not gonna even attach the Floatstone. I will just pass my turn back to my opponent. Yeah, I actually regret that decision, discarding that Field Blower, but it's late now. He can collect. He can definitely collect 3 cards with the Lapras. And unfortunately, Grass Weakness, Grass Weakness, Grass Weakness. So my Evolutions are gonna be just useless in this point of the game. So the only Evolution that I'm gonna just grab will be that Jolteon, so I can have free treat with the Jolteon. And that's it. So the only Pokemon evolution I'm gonna grab will be Jolteon for the free treat, of course, after the knockout. Alright, let's see. The only thing he can do for now, as I mentioned it, is collect, or possibly he can maybe even use another Max Elixir down to his mana if he retreat for free and knocks out with his Mineral Pump my Eevee. I hope that's not gonna happen. Mainly because I really want to keep my Jolteon in play for the free treat, as I mentioned it at the beginning of the video. So there's the Aqua Patch. Where the Aqua Patch will go? Oh, it will go to the Lapras. Okay, and another Aqua Patch. That hurts a lot, especially if he has something like the Energy Switch. No, just to collect. Alright, so he's already in a huge advantage. There is no doubt about that. Ultra Ball for a Hex Maniac. And for something like another Ultra Ball, it's gonna be for Jolteon. Level Ball, of course, will be for Octillery. Floatstone, Octillery. Yeah, let's go with a Field Blower. Why not? A Beazle Hand for like 5. Better than for 4. There's another Drampa. There's another Chansey. There's a Energy Attachment and Sycamore for 7. So, there's also a Choice Band. Interesting. For now, I'm just sticking attacking with my Power Cyclone for like a 80. Moving that energy down to my... Let's go with the Drampa one more time. Of course, he's just gonna retreat back to his Lapras. Maybe try to heal some damage counters, of course, with Rough Seas. Already 2 Rough Seas in the discard pile. 2 Field Blowers in my discard pile. That's something that actually hurts me a lot. Let's see. Next logical step is Energy Attachment and striking for like 160 with the Blizzard Burn. However, there's also Tapu Lele for my opponent, which will be for a Lysander. And if he decides to grab the Lysander, he can knock out my Drampa with the DC. Alright, so he definitely decided to do that. Double Cores, if I can somehow, somewhere, possibly find Double Cores energy, theoretically I can do that, but if I can find the Double Cores energy, I can knock out my opponent Lapras on the bench. Not the Water energy, Double Cores energy. I need Double Cores energy. Another Drampa, a Floatstone. Yeah, this stings a lot. Really, it stings a lot. So I'm not even sure if it's worth to play Sycamore. Maybe stick with DN. I will take the risk. Who cares? Probably I will regret that decision. No Double Cores energy. You see how bad it really is when you miss opportunity to get Double Cores energy. That's very painful. At least I can Ultra Ball and I can grab myself something like a Blissey, but I'm not gonna do that for now. So I will just evolve one of my Blisseys and a Beazle for like 2. Maybe I can still find very important piece of puzzle here, which is no double course energy. Simply can't get that double course energy roll and play. This is so desperate. Lighting energy to be attached and I'm passing my turn. This hurts a lot. Really, it hurts a lot. I mean, he struck me for like 160 and he can't attack this turn with the active Lapras. But I didn't find a double course energy to attack, so he can simply retreat, use Wishy-Washy, put it back into his hand, and then attack with the Lapras back. So this is so disgusting and so unlucky for me. Anyways, for me the best thing is definitely to try and somehow eliminate that Manaphy from play. But he's even 120 HP Pokemon. And there's another V secret which will be for the Lysander. Of course, my Drampa with the choice band is just gonna be knock it out, and I'm losing also a very important piece of puzzle here, which is a choice band, which will allow me to go for like easy to hit knockout. Right now I just need 3 hit knockouts with my Drampa, which is way too much. At least there is Oranguru, and that's gonna be V Seeker for something like a N. Or I can maybe even better goes with the teammates. Let's see, teammates for double course energy and what else? At some point of the game, Hex Maniac will be a very important piece of puzzle also, but so far I will just stick with 2 double course energies. Again, all I can do is just goes with my Beazle hand for 1 more Blissey. Time to put another Blissey in play and strike with the Power Cyclone for like a 80. Move that 1 energy from my Drampa back to the pretty much is the same. Pretty much is the same. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Let it be for the Blissey, but as I mentioned, it is the same. If he have E-Seeker for the Lysander, I can't do too much, and probably he have because he have 6 cards available in his hand. Both Lapras are very very short right now for the knockout against my Blissey. Plus he also need, yeah, there's a V-Seeker. What else I need? V-Seeker Lysander, retreat back to Wishy-Washy, knockout, blah blah blah. He don't even need to have energy cards. This is the big problem. When you try to play something fun and casual, you simply can't do nothing against the decks that are actually tier 1. And that's very disappointment. That's very disappointing from the player perspective. You can just free retreat, you can attack from turn to turn without thinking too much. As you can see, this is very broken. Retreat down to Wishy-Washy, put it back to his hand. Hope, there we go. That's it, just like that. Alright, so 3rd energy attached. And another Blaze of Burn. Technically, right now I will just end my opponent if I can. And actually I can. Because I managed to top deck N. Or maybe I can stick with the better Hex Maniac. Much better. In my eyes, for now at least. So 1 Power Cyclone. Energy goes down to my Blissey. But the problem is that I don't have another double course energy available, plus my special charge is just priced. if he wants to retreat, he's gonna need to pay huge retreat cost, 3 in total, which is not a big deal again. But the problem is after that I can simply knocks out his Lapras with my Blissey. Theoretically. I mean, I can't because I don't have another double course energy and I just attach double course energy to my Blissey, of course. Which is also a very bad decision. But we really want to trick our opponent here. And the biggest problem is that I only have 9 available cards in my hand. So there's a V Seeker. It's going to be for the Lysander, which means that he will probably retreat his Lapras and strike me with his another Lapras. God damn. You gotta be kidding me that this is happening. I mean, couple Aqua Patches and you're ready to go. That's it. So you can just play a couple Aqua Patches and your another Lapras is ready to attack again. So that's gonna be again 160, and unfortunately I wish I can somehow have 170. Why they didn't put Pokemon with 180? Why they didn't put Blissey with 170, for example, so he can avoid one-hit knockout from the Lapras, for example. One-hit knockout from other Pokemons. No, they just decided not to allow you to play something that is funny to play against competitive decks, and that's it. Brookwood Hill, I have Kukui, but I don't have another resource to use here, so he can again retreat for free. He only have 2 prize cards left. Well, I guess I can maybe at least try to power up my Drampa and maybe pull at least a prize card here if it's somehow possible. Unfortunately for now it's not. Alright, so let's just pass turn back to opponent. Way too many Lysanders actually destroy the completely concept of the deck. Maybe after the rotation, I can assume that maybe they just remove the Lysander from rotation. If they decide to remove Lysander after the rotation in the standard format, there's gonna be much more casual fun decks to play after they do that, and if they do that actually. So that's retreat, and that's gonna be attack with the Lapras. There's also one Shaymin EX, which he really don't need to do because he can just strike for 160 my Jolteon, and even if I can knock out his Lapras, he can just knock out anything with his another Lapras next turn. So he definitely don't need Lysander, but he decided to go with the V-Seeker for Lysander, and of course for the knockout against my Drampa. And yeah, after that I definitely don't have another attacker available. I mean, the idea and the concept of the deck is very interesting and cool. Basically, move the energies with the Power Cyclone with your Drampa, and then just strike with enough power for the knockout with your Blissey. So let's go with Kukui for 2 more cards, and we can also just pass the turn. That's it. I even deck out myself at the end. But yeah, definitely Wishy-Washy destroys the game completely, and the fun of this game, because it allows my opponent to simply attack for 160 from turn to turn, and that was pretty much it. There's a Trainer's Mail also for the Rupseas, and one Rupseas will heal damage counters from his Pokemon's in play, and Blaze Burn unfortunately will just destroy my artillery and will allow my opponent victory. So that's the GG. Okay, so I'm starting first, wondering what I can get in my opening hand. Drampa and Chansey. This looks very promising, but I don't like the fact that I need to discard my special charge at the turn 1 with that Sycamore for 7. That's the only red alert here. about alright. So let's just pass the turn for now. I don't want to discard Special Charge and a double Course Energy. Since this is a Delphox break deck on the other side, I will have more than enough time to set up properly before my opponent. So there's one XP share. I mean, I definitely need to be very smart against Delphox break because he can strike for like 20 for each energy in play. Probably we will trade just knockout per knockout per knockout, and who managed to get the faster knockouts, he's gonna be obviously the winner, and will win the game. Since he runs Shaman, I think I actually have much greater chance to win here faster than my opponent, mainly because of that Shaman. This is going to be one power Cyclone, and it's going to be for the knockout. I can move one of my double Course Energies down to my Chansey on the bench, and I can also pull first prize card, which will be a Choice Band. Interesting. With the Choice Band, my power Cyclone can go for like 110, and it will allows me to go for the knockout against his Shaman. So another Fennekin promoted in the active spot. Let's see the next move from my opponent. Maybe Rare Candy into the Delphox, Wall into Delphox break, double Course Energy, and one Delphox break ability can allows him to find 3 energies, actually 1 extra energy, so he can theoretically attack for like 60, yeah, for a lot of damage counters, but looks like that's not gonna happen. There we go with 1 copy of N. Flip a coin if he has discarded energy attached to your opponent active Pokemon. Yep, that's it. You can discard energy from your opponent active Pokemon with Disruptive Flame. And that's gonna happen, unfortunately. It's gonna happen, and it happens. 1 Vaporeon for me. 1 Choice Band, of course, for my Chansey. 1 Field Blower, of course, to discard Scorched Earth. I mean, I could even use advantage with the Scorched Earth and Fire Energy from my hand, but decided to discard it, so my opponent can be in less advantage. Another Chansey, why not? But that's it for now. No sign of the energy. At least next turn I can Ultra Ball for something like a Octillery. But right now he already have that Delphox with a Psystorm. 20 times the energy attached to all Pokemons in play. And there's an Ultra Ball for another Delphox, so that's gonna be Delphox number 2 for my opponent. 2 Delphox in play. He can oh, he decided not to go with the Instruct. Theoretically, he could go with the Instruct, but he didn't do that. Psystorm, unfortunately, enough for the knockout. Unfortunately, it's enough for the knockout, but the good thing is that theoretically, with only 1 double Chorus Energy, I can completely destroy my opponent Delphox here. So I can Ultra Ball. I can Ultra Ball for Field Blower and for Bridget. Grab myself Octillery. And the Beazle Hand. For 3. Well, there is a Blissey. And that's gonna be Ultra Ball. And I'm thinking about grabbing that Jolteon for the free treat. It's a 1 less card, of course. So all I really need here is, you can guess what, double Course Energy. If I miss double Course Energy, I guess I lost the game. Oh, but it is here. So double Course Energy, and I can double edge for like 320 because of the weakness. But I'm dealing 8 damage counters to my Blissey. So theoretically, again, double cores energy, fire energy with a Delphox break, and my Blissey will be knocked out, and I will not have another attacker in play available. So yeah, that's a huge disadvantage. 4 energy attack cost is a huge disadvantage. So of course there's an Ultra Ball for a Delphox break, and with the Flare Witch he can simply search his deck for 1 fire energy and attach it to one of his Pokemons in play. Of course it's going to be down to the active Delphox, not too many questions about that. He just needs to get that double cores energy. And there's a V-Seeker, which will be for Sycamore. I'm not sure if I'll be able to recover from this knockout, if he can find double cores energy. There's an XP share, but I don't see the sign of a double cores energy, so he can at least try. Oh, he asleep me here. Huh, really? That happened? At least I can respond with my Lysander. For now. Since he have XP share, there is no way he can retreat without paying to retreat cost. He can still do that. If he wants, he can definitely do that. Flare Witch, Fire Energy to his Delphox, pay double cores energy to retreat his Oranguru all night long, then just simply go for the knockout against my Blissey. But there we go with the N. What I need with the N is definitely double cores energy and a V-Seeker, so I can maybe respond back with the knockout to my opponent with my Jolteon, but looks like that's not gonna happen, at least not for now. And there we go with the Psystorm. Huge Psystorm for like 160. And I was forced to discard my special charge at the beginning of the game. And it's even questionable if I even have double cores energy remaining in my deck. One thing is for sure, I will first play my Scorched Earth for extra 2 cards. There is a V-Seeker. That's going to be Ultra Ball. I'm throwing everything out here just to see if I have double cores. Yeah, I do have 1 double cores energy, so there is theoretically a chance that I can pull the knockout here. So let's go with the Blissey. Instruct for 2. There's a teammates, but I can strike for like 160 only with my Jolteon. I need more than 160. I need double cores energy. Ooh, I still didn't find double cores energy. You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, this is happening right now. V-Seeker for Kukui. A last man standing here. Those extra 20 for the double cores energy. Not gonna happen, unfortunately. And I think I waste too many resources right now, and there's a huge chance that my opponent actually have V-Seeker for the knockout in his hand available. Yep, it's a huge chance that he have all of the necessary resources available. Well, let's just pass the turn and hope that there is no Lysander available in my opponent's hand. Because if there is a Lysander, then my Jolteon is knocked out. No Flare Witch. Oh, Flare Witch, yeah. No energy? Oh, then he can't even go for the knockout against my Jolteon without energy from his hand manually attached. Interesting. 4 energies in his discard pile, 2 double cores energies in his discard pile. There's a V-Seeker. Will it be for the Lysander? Probably. And who's gonna get Jolteon? 40? I need to wake up. I didn't wakes up. I didn't wakes up. Oh, I didn't wakes up. I didn't wakes up. I have Olympia, however. I have Olympia. But that's not gonna be enough. That's not gonna be enough. But I definitely need to play that Olympia. No question about it. I can go back down to my Blissey. And I can Abyssal hand for like a 1. Just a Sycamore. Really? Last VS Seeker discarded. Plenty of energies in my discard pile. The Jolteon is the last man standing. So low on the resource. A VS Seeker for the Lysander means a knockout against my Jolteon. I can still technically power up my Blissey so I can attack with him, but it will take the ages to do that. And if he can pull a double Course Energy from his discard pile, he could add even more damage counters. Brock's great. Brock's great or teammates? Let's go with the teammates for now. Since he don't have probably any more Lysander left, we'll just keep for now my Blissey. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140 theoretically. Blissey can't survive that impact. So he's down to 3 prize cards. There's another Fennekin. I have only 4 cards remaining, but the Brock's Great will save the day for me, no doubt about that. He strike for 100. I'm playing my Brock's Grid. And I need plenty of energies, of course. Level ball pretty much for nothing. 20, 40, 60. 80, 100, 120. Which means I can survive even one more turn, one more impact from my opponent Delphox. And that's all I need. That lightning energy is all I really need. So I can next turn attack with my Blissey for like 300 and plus. Top decks for my opponent. Still can maybe... Oh, the double Course Energy. Okay. And the rare candy for another Delphox. No way. That's the knockout against Blissey. But it's also gonna be more than enough for a knockout against my other Blissey. Nothing I can do in this case. Simply nothing. I'm short for the double Course Energies. And they are all in my discard pile. What? What? Why he he probably needs to go, so he decided to concede the game. But in the end, I would probably just lost the game. Or maybe he yeah, he actually didn't have another energy card available to power up his Delphox with the Psystorm, so that's the reason why he actually conceded. But anyways, that's the GG. So overall, managed to pull victory with this deck, so I'm kind of happy. There's a full deck list, no Ranger, no Stadium inside of the deck list, so that might be interesting for you. But yeah, I didn't run any of these 2 cards. Still managed to win 1 game. I was playing a tons of games with this build, and to be honest, I got completely destroyed. I played 8 games and only managed to win 3 games with this build. This was the biggest victory with this build. I got destroyed by the Darkrai, by the Giratina, and by some other decks. But overall, I think how it's still decent Roach deck, budget deck, whatever you want to call it. For the standard format, casual fun play. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos. If you have any questions, make sure to leave comments below. So till the next time, have a nice day, and we'll see you in the next video. So goodbye.